Just to show y'all how much rain we've been getting around. Just look at the sitting water just sitting there. There's nowhere for it to go. It's just there. Just the rain, but not too much of a break. Um, so I say, why not in between um these break? I come out here and show y'all what it's looking like outside. Here it is. The strawberries need to be cleaned up. I ain't gave them a whole bunch of attention since I've been back. But we'll get to them. They still alive, and we can still, we can work with what we got going on there. So that's still good. Y'all know I keep showing y'all our pineapples. Twist your tops off your pineapples, and make you some more pineapples. This just the start of when I figure out where I'm gonna put my next bed at. But this is definitely going to grow more pineapples somewhere. I'm thinking of some things to do right now, but those are definitely going to be more pineapples. As y'all can see, this already one of my pineapple beds right here that got a whole bunch of pineapples that we done got off of there. Those tops I just showed y'all is all tops that we got from just this year alone of growing in the garden. What up, TMB? How you doing today? Hey, Drake MC, do a face reveal. Okay, Drake, if you've been here long enough, then I show my face almost every single day. So stick around. A face reveal. What? Um but yeah, there's one of the pineapple I showed y'all up in there. Then they cut one off yesterday. Um and I'm pretty sure it's like maybe one or two other ones up in there somewhere. I told y'all my collard greens wasn't doing that great. Um, but I done trimmed them, knocked them down some, and yeah, they getting some growth to them and everything. So they starting to look better. The garden coming back slowly but surely. Here we got some um bell peppers growing on our bell pepper plant. So that's doing amazing. We saved it from the backyard. That's one of the many things we were able to save. But all this raining it is doing here lately is definitely gonna have everything jumping. Um Surprise sweet potato bed. But I told y'all I put sweet potatoes anywhere, and I be hoping that I could just have a collection of them anywhere. Cause if you ain't got no food and you starving or something, one day you can come out and you can dig in your garden of anywhere, and dig up you a sweet potato if you hungry. Because we coming up on some uncertain times or whatever. And all it take is for that little sweet potato for to get you some sweet potatoes is a little piece of that vine right there that's growing, and it'll create a whole bunch of sweet potatoes for you. But okay, over here I planted some squash inside of some yellow squash inside these little pots right here, and we gonna see if they gonna come up. I didn't even look at the pack to see how old the seeds is, but I got a whole bunch of them, so just trying to see what everything gonna do. Okay, this is what our watermelon plants are looking like at this moment. um they growing pretty good. Do I remember how long it's been since they've been planting here? Nope. I told you that one and this one right here was two that they was just ones that we randomly found in the yard. I dug them up and rinsed all the soil from around them and replanted them again, and they came back out. These two I planted here, they sugar babies. So hopefully we gonna get. Hi Terrence, it's a Terrence kind of thing. How you doing? Thank you for coming through. I really appreciate that. Yes, everybody, please hit the thumbs up. Thank you. But okay, so these are our our watermelon right here, they sugar babies. And remember, y'all, I said I planted this stuff in the season because I let my garden die out or whatever, due to some unknown circumstances in my life or whatever. So I'm trying to make a strong comeback with what I'm putting out in the garden. Okay, and here go more sweet potatoes. I told you. And then y'all can see in my videos where I just built this trellis right here for those sweet potatoes to crawl up on. Um, yes, everything is going well at this moment, and trying to, rebuild. That's what I'm doing right now. Urkelby, how is your sister and nephews? Everybody is doing just fine. doing Oh, see what I'm trying to tell you. See, Terrence, all you need is a piece of this vine right here. You don't need no potato, just a little piece of that vine right there, and you can be growing your own sweet potatoes in your own yard. So just in case it got that organic stuff rolled on the side of it, you ain't gotta believe that it's organic. You can know that it's great, like it's know that that it's organic because you growed it. Yeah, that kind of stuff. So okay, and y'all know this is a short amount of time that I planted this stuff, and already this is what I have. Okay, so a couple of months ago, I planted potatoes. I showed y'all when I harvest them. A lot of them were little small potatoes. Instead of me getting rid of the little potatoes and be like, these things so little you don't even want to cook with them, I said I'm gonna try them and I'm gonna plant them and I'm gonna see if I can get them to come up and see how many potatoes it's gonna create. Well, I did just that, and look at all the sprouts that came up. There's another watermelon right there that's coming up. But look at all of the sprouts and those are red potatoes. Red potatoes, my own potatoes that I've grown, and all of the little sprouts are coming up. In this area right here, I got a whole bunch of red potatoes planted. You see the sprouts still showing, still showing, still showing, still showing, still showing. Yeah, and as I'm looking at this I'm seeing it with you all for the first time that those potato sprouts are coming up like that. It is written that if you confess with your mouth Yahshua is Lord and believe in your heart and God raised him from the dead, you will be saved. Okay then, Rachel, thank you for that. Um, Thank you so much, Terrence. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm definitely trying to get it together. Over here, I planted some spinach, and I also planted some. You can see one of the spinach have come up. A lot of them, I don't see any of them unless we got a critter that is eating them when they come right up. Because there were a few that was showing that I was putting out here. So I may have to pull out the weapons or whatever. But also too, I have some older seeds that I've been trying to use, and just to make sure if they good or not, then I'm still trying them to see, because I don't want to throw away anything that's still some good. So through trial and error. So since some of my stuff didn't come up, my pockets are already loaded to sprinkle some more seeds. And y'all, I told y'all I lost my green onion seeds that my plants kicked out last year. I found them not long ago, so I'm gonna replant some of them and just a little bit. Hey, Korean. Hey, Chicken Boo. Okay, here in this area, you see, this is my zucchini. And oh, let me move this little piece out of the way, because I told y'all everywhere that I can fit in, I'm gonna put sweet potatoes. That is another sweet potato vine right there. So we're gonna have sweet potatoes everywhere. But all of these little plants right here, this is all zucchini. All zucchini in this area. Um, that's coming up there in this area. And then in this area, something's going to eventually come up. They probably all got mixed in together. But in this area too, I planted zucchini too in this area. And down here on this end, I planted pumpkins. And hopefully my kids will have their own little pumpkins that they do different things with. Um, you know, at this time of the year. So that's they little pumpkins to see what they can, what we can come up with for them. And with all that talk that they doing with their watermelon and everything is another reason why we making sure that we plant our own watermelon, because you don't know what you're gonna get. Hey, Gamma's World. Hey. For those of y'all who don't know, I was over at Gamma's World the other night, and we played Family Feud. It was so fun. It was full of laughs and everything. I told y'all about this in another video before. I also went over there just to have fun with them and kick it with them because it's fun hanging over there. I ended up playing Family Feud with them and I won $10. I was partnered with someone else. So we had a great time and also won a $10 cash app from playing those games over there. So if you won't be busy on Thursday nights, I think I'm getting it right. Gamma's World. If I'm saying anything wrong, correct me in the chat. If you're not doing anything on a Thursday night and you remember, go over to Gamma's World and join in on the games that we play over there. So I bought the family food card game. Alrighty then. I'm so ready. I really had a great time. A great time. I really did. I was and didn't even realize that I had been on there for two. I stayed over there on for 2 hours. Yes, that's how fun the game was. But okay, you all, let me finish this garden thing because I told y'all we can keep getting ran over with rain. So let me get this garden tour in right quick before the rain comes back again. These right here are my okra. You see they already standing up, already tall. For me to just have planted them. They coming through already. Um, and let me get this on my shoulder. Let me say, I don't think I ever showed you all this one right here, but let me show you. That is a pomegranate tree. Yep, I got it from the grocery. I bought a pomegranate from the grocery store, and I planted the seeds and they came up. Okay, y'all, this right here is the new project I seen. I put out a couple of shorts today and y'all can see what I did with this right here. This is compost that I went and collected from someplace. But this is don't mind my little trash pile and stuff right there, as I'm cleaning up one area. But this area right here is about to become our tomato. Oh yeah, we got a little chicken here in this area, so she dropping some of her little fertilizer and stuff in this area. But this is about to be our tomato garden right here, and this is what it's looking like so far. Um, so and we already have those little tomatoes growing up already coming up in. I think I probably had y'all. Um, I told you, Gamma, it is contagious. I told you. I'm going to show you all the tomatoes that I have growing so far that I'm going to put into those pots. And right now it's very cloudy because of the rain been coming on it, but we gonna do the big reveal of what they look like. Okay, so right now let me show you what they look like. Look at that. See, I got the top on it right now and you can't really see what's in there, right? So right now I'm gonna take the plastic off of it and I'm gonna show y'all what's inside that pan. That's this plastic. So I'm gonna tear this plastic off for the first time. So tomorrow they get direct sunlight that they've never gotten before, and that's what was inside of that. That's the start of our tomato plants, and these are not the only tomato plants that we have right here. I got another set growing in on the inside of the shed. So I got several rams in the bush. Can you pray for my mother? She has a bacterial infection and hasn't been able to eat really. Oh, Angel. All right, anybody in here, y'all read Angel's comment, and those of you all who know, do what you do with it. and do what you do with it. Um, Prayers up to you, Angel. Um, this right here is our lettuce. Our lettuce that's growing right here. You'll see what it look like now, and then later on when you come down the line and you see it done switched up of how it look. But I'm gonna put the plastic back over the top of that because I keep that going there. And since we have, I never showed y'all this fruit tree right here. This a blood orange tree. So I have one of my chickens inside of this little cage that we can move around, and so you can put her up under there, and she kind of fertilized the ground that's around that orange tree and eat the grass and stuff that's over the top of it. Like how you do like the Flintstones. Flintstones, meet the Flintstones. That's our weed eater right there for around our trees and stuff. I'm just joking. But okay, this is one of our mango trees that had them super huge mangoes that was on it, but that was the first time that put out a mango tree ever. And in that pen right there, I introduced y'all to Shay. Shay is the biggest chicken that's on the inside of that pen right there. And she's in there with the big with the babies, the little bitty babies. So she acting like she they mama. But okay, we walking through the forest. I'm gonna show y'all how water is just around here collecting. We don't have no room for we don't have no room for no more water. Now this my mango tree that that y'all seen with all the big mangoes on it. And look up underneath it. This is rain. And look, the tree been trimmed back and there's not a mango in sight. It's empty. And we'll see what it do. Next year you see all those ugly leaves, those light color leaves on it. That's all new growth of where the tree is growing back again. Well, let me show you something. Now, you see this? This a okra that came off the okra plant that I let die out in the back. Came in the back garden. Hello, Baran from Iran. um, but this is an okra that came from back there in the back, and look how long and big it is. The seeds on the inside of it is dry. Not nothing that I'm trying to collect because I don't need to collect any more okra seeds right now because I still got a whole pocket load of, look at all the okra seeds from my okra from last year and some that I collected this year. I planted some a couple of times over and I'm still loaded with okra seeds. What are okra seeds? Uh-oh. Whew. Archie, the best thing I can tell you to do is look up what is an okra. You don't know what okra is? Okra is a vegetable that we often fry, and sometimes we mix it in with other vegetables and things like that right there. But let me show y'all how we got standing water sitting around here. You see that? And this is driving through my yard is how much rain we getting today. And then this part out here got so bad that we literally had to put mulch down over the top of it because I dug down so deep in with it when I came back with all that the dirt that I count. Sounds cool. I'm from England. Just heard of them until today. Yeah, they're really good. We over here in I'm in Florida, so they're really good though. If you can get them from the market or something like that, like I mean, they're really good. Like to try them in different ways. This here is my peach tree. It's one of them. I have one other big one. I also created this peach tree from the grocery store. I bought a peach from the grocery store. I planted the seed. There's a process to it, but I put it in the refrigerator and let it go through this certain type of situation. And yes, it came out. This is my other mango tree that I showed y'all that was getting all of the little small mangoes from off of it. It looked real frail after it dropped all of those mangoes from off of it. But y'all know this season I had maybe like and with both trees together I probably had a total of 1,000 mangoes. Um this tree right here is the one that I showed y'all that a neighbor gave to us. And it had a lot of blooms came on and it was so little. We was thinking, oh gosh, this thing gonna kill over because it had too many was on it, but all of them fell off. And I'm pretty sure next year this tree is going to be loaded, even though it's so little. But it's filling itself out, so it's looking pretty good. And all in this area, we all like loaded with stuff right here in this area. There is a lemon tree. Um, I'm gonna clip it back some, clip it down, but you see it already. It has fruit on it already. Some nice big lemon. Um, and this here is our banana tree. I showed y'all it. I don't know how many times, and I've showed you all it with you see the ones that's up in there and you can see that it's already died out. Those those banana plants, may they rest in peace. They provided plenty of bananas for us. We actually just harvested our last bunch of bananas from off this tree. This tree provided bananas this year for more than 6 months straight. 6 months straight. And look at the standing water that's sitting around the bottom of it. So if you can, if you find like a neighbor, a brother, or a sister, look around in their yard and be like, let me see what kind of fruit trees and stuff you got growing over here. Because sometimes you can get a little piece of what they have going on around their property, and then you can make it be a part of your property if you know, you just ask sometimes. Okay, here I have, y'all see more water standing still right here. And then on top of that is some of the shavings that come out of my when we raising the baby chickens on the inside. I keep the shavings and then dump it on top and let it fertilize the plant. But this is my star fruit. This is my star fruit tree. And the star fruit tree, I ain't gonna tell y'all where we got that from because I don't remember. Because I got a friend that got a starfruit tree. Either she gave it to us or one of the neighbors or something gave it to us. But that's how I starve. We got a starfruit tree. Uh, yes, gambles. Let me tell you something. Just imagine we haven't bought bananas from the grocery store. Um, months for months and months since we've been getting the bananas on our tree, right? So one day I'm getting ready to go to a baby shower and I hadn't eaten anything, and I'm doing all of that moving around and I'm not really close to home, so let me grab me something really quick from out of the grocery store. I grabbed 4 bananas from out of the grocery store and continue on I get down the road and I peel that banana back to eat it. Oh my gosh, no. I couldn't even I could not even eat the banana because it doesn't taste anything like these bananas that they grow. I mean, it's a different sweetness. There's a different taste. I mean, it's just different. You have to know what I'm talking about. Okay. While I'm got off on that, yeah, but that was a good one right there. That's another mango tree right there. That and some of these trees and stuff, like our grandkids, when they would come and visit and stuff like that, they granddad would just tell them, plant the seed somewhere in the yard. If it be in the wrong place or whatever, we'll move it around. That right there is another pomegranate tree. Again, I bought a pomegranate from the grocery store. I planted the seeds from out of it. That's the second one that I showed you today. This mango tree right here is an air layer that me and my husband tried for the first time. And we actually were successful at air layering off of the big mango tree that I told y'all had the big mangoes on it over there. That's our first time air layering. This is another tree that one of mango tree that one of the grandkids or one of our children planted. So we ain't gonna have no shortage of mangoes real soon. This the other side of that lemon tree. How do you plant bananas without seeds? I tried that before and that does not work. I actually ordered banana seeds and tried to make it do what it do, but it doesn't work that way. And what I actually let me tell you the story about my banana tree. How I got my banana tree. I was riding down the highway one no, not down the highway though. I was in the I was riding down the highway one day. I wasn't riding down the highway. But in and I was like, is that a banana tree? But it's on the side. It's like, how like you have like we have little ditches or whatever that run through our neighborhood or whatever, right? Like, the drainage ditches, right? And the banana tree is there's a fence in the at the establishment, but the banana tree is growing outside of the fence. So I asked my husband, "You think it's okay if I go over there? If we go over there and get it?" And he was like, "It'll be fine. It's not in their property. It's on it's on county's property." Okay, we pay taxes and all that stuff right there. So we went and retrieved that little plant and I bought it home. And I was scared. I was like, "It ain't gonna make it. I ain't gonna make it." I bought it home. It died off and then I just still kept taking care of. My husband just said, keep watering it, right? The next thing you know, he was like, come here, let me show you something. Came and took me to it, and a new leaf was coming out the top of it. And that one new leaf turned into all of that right there. And guess what? All of the new leaves, they just keep putting out. That one plant just keeps putting out more new plants. If I can just show you right quick, because my phone getting ready to die in a little bit. But you see like those right there, all of those little plants you see up in there, those are all like ones that I can dig up and give to somebody else that wanted a plant, as long as it got roots at the bottom of it whenever you dig it up. That's how you get a banana plant. So if you riding down the road or something and you see one on and you see one on county property or something like that, not on county property, but outside, growing outside a gate or something like that right there. That's how I got mine. But I'm saying though that if you go to a friend's house or something like that and they have like that right there, don't be afraid to ask them for a little bit. It does no harm to the plant or know anything. So, you know, ask somebody. They say you have not because you ask not. So I'm telling you, that's one thing. Now you see what it look like. Make sure if you see that in one of your friends or your family members' yard, let me get a piece of that and make sure it got the roots on them. Okay? Yeah, make sure that. How long does it take for a banana to bloom? We had this one for a year, and the very next year, 1 year, and okay, when I showed you it was blooming on here, I showed y'all it blooming on here. That's the first time that made a year that we had the plant here. We got it, we found it in the winter, and this winter, right before this winter, so I essentially had it for it died out and then it came back. So a full year that I had it, and then it put out bananas. So for me, this is my first experience with growing a banana tree. So hey, I'm not even a professional, I'm telling you. I would have thrown it away because I would have thought it was no good. But my husband said, no, keep watering it. But there you have it. And my phone is about to die, so I'm gonna quickly show y'all the rest of this. This right here, I don't know what this one is right here, but it was a seed that came out of one of our lemon lemons from right there. But they say whenever you grow, whenever you plant a lemon seed, it don't mean that you're gonna get a lemon tree back, because the citrus seeds are, switched up and all of that good stuff right here. Hey Nisi, I didn't even see you come in. Hi. Good to see you. And Nisi, I've been over there watching your page, girl. You be making somebody wanna sneak and shop and stuff like that. But I love it. Yes, I've been over there. Y'all go over there and check out Nisa with her shopping and stuff over there. I love it. But over here, y'all, this is the area that I kind of be scared to like walk in over here, because y'all know the turtle be over here digging and whatever, and they are protected species over here. I actually seen somebody doing something to a gopher turtle here online the other day, and I'm like, child, y'all over here in Florida and y'all messing around with, because I ain't that familiar with no fruit trees. All to grow them in her yard. They just used to grow. I ain't never see what they used to do. Supposed to cut that off the bottom of it right there, or what? Um, it's looking good. It was green. It was last time I showed it to y'all, but that's the gopher hole over there. I ain't going too close over there. This another mango tree that we air layered at the same time as we air layered the other one, and here is our sugar cane popping back up there again, looking all nice. Another mango, another mango, and here is our Chinese plum tree. I think other people call them loquats. Um, that ain't what we call them where we come from. We call them, and this the first time it has bloomed. Um, so yes, it is. Nice. It got some more blooms right there. I can't wait. Listen, one of my neighbors down the street has this tree in their yard. And I just pulled over to the side one day and I asked him, I was like, can I get one of those? Can I get a couple of those? He said, oh, don't worry about it. You can get plenty of them. He said, I'll actually get it for you. He went and cut a whole limb off his tree and gave us the whole limb that had probably about 200 of them on there. And we just dumped all of the seeds right there in that place right there. And then we got that, and now we got our own tree. So see what I'm talking about? Even if you don't want to ask nobody for a piece of their tree or whatever, they ask for some seeds or something like that, and you can still get the same thing, um, without without doing a whole bunch. Did you grow strawberries? Yeah, I showed you. I showed the strawberry plants, and I even showed before Gamma when when it had strawberries on there. My kids used to go back there every morning and they get them strawberries in the morning time when they want strawberries in the morning time. One time I was making a video. Um okay, hey, I guess I'm your auntie. Hey, hey only. um Yeah, but not in this one right here, Gamma. It was probably on another video where you'll see. Oh, this one right here. I ain't showed y'all this one in a minute. But this an apple tree. I planted that from the grocery store too. Apple tree. Look at all that water in that ditch right there. But let me show y'all this right quick, and then I'm gonna get off of here, and I probably have to come back on here later on. But this right here, grapevine, 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 and then my guava, cat guavas, cat guavas, guavas, grapes, two different grapevines. This grapevine is coming from down to that end over there, and then we got another grapevine growing right there. Then we got guava, another guava tree right there, and then somebody tell me what kind of plant is this right here? It is definitely if somebody name it, then I'll be able to say it is or it isn't. It was a plant that was caught, but I don't feel like going through all my pictures to figure out where it came from. So anybody know what the name of that plant is? Let me know. Let me know, cause I don't remember what it is. But all right, you all, let me get off of here before my phone kicked me off of here, because I'm about to run out of I'm about to run out of battery. But maybe if I get this door unlocked right quick, I can go to my second charging station. Um, oh, y'all, and look, I might be able to get it hooked on the charger right quick before all of my power is sucked out, and then I can stay on and talk to y'all for about 5 or 10 more minutes if y'all got any questions y'all seen in the garden. I made it. It let me try. It let me plug it in. It let me plug it in on time. So I will talk to y'all just for a couple of more minutes, just in case like anybody had any questions about anything that I had said on here. Hey, Kanita, how are you doing? You can download the free plant identifier. Oh, that's right. Thank you for reminding me of that. I ain't seen you in a minute, Kanita. I've been over there. Every now and then I peek in on you over there. I take pictures and use my Google search. Yeah, I actually, because let me tell you what it is. I don't know what the name of that plant is, because somebody bought it and gave it to me as a gift, and all they want is that if I'm successful at raising the plant, which you see so far, I am successful at having that plant, and which I ain't doing nothing special for it. I check on it every now and then and make sure that I don't know what it, but it's some kind of I think it's some kind of like kiwi, like a some kind of kiwi fruit or something like that. But only thing that they want from me is like if I'm successful at raising the fruit plants that they gave me, is like one day they want to get like an air layer off of it or whatever. And so I'm like, okay, cool. I was like, you ain't gonna hold it against me now if they don't make it. Cause these plants be costing a lot of money when you begin it. So you're saying I could grow plants in a bucket. Absolutely, Gamma. Absolutely you can. Yes, over here we talking about all different kinds of ways that you can grow stuff. There's people now. Y'all know on the level I'm scared of. I listen. Even yesterday, I was outside and I was looking at a bucket, but I was so invested in looking for a snake and watching for snakes and everything. Because y'all know I'm scared. I'm scared of bugs. I'm scared of snakes. I'm scared of worms. All of the stuff that be in the garden, but it still can't keep me away from gardening, because it's just something about it that's just so, it's like what they call like a stress reliever when you squishing the things in your hand and stuff like that. Gardening is like a stress reliever like that right there. It's something about getting out there planting that soil. But listen, for those of you all who's scared of even just going outside and hanging out there like that right there, it don't even have to be that. Get a window that's got some good sunlight going through there, and go and get you some soil that go on the inside and do a window garden. I'm pretty sure you eat salads and stuff like that. Grow your own lettuce in the window. Whatever. There's a lot of different things that you can grow yourself in the window. You can absolutely grow in the bucket. I think it was Gamma that just said, so you mean to tell me, right? Gamma, I just showed you a whole section that's out there in my garden that I'm putting up, because remember, I just said I let a whole half an acre of food perish out there in the garden. So I'm starting over again. I'm not ready to make the garden that big again. I'm just not ready for that right now. My back is bothering me and different kind of stuff. So I'm not ready to make it that big again. So I'm starting almost like I started from the beginning, because I had tomatoes and stuff in buckets before, which I showed they in older videos and stuff like that. So I rather start out like that in the way that I want to, instead of just trying to go full throttle, whatever. Really, I don't care nothing about it. My family eat a lot of tomatoes, so I rather have them going out there, and I love going out there and knowing we ain't had to run up the street to no store to get no tomatoes, no none of that right there. We went in the backyard. We went out there. I grow beautiful lettuce and stuff. I grew beautiful lettuce and everything last year and everything. And who is that? Buldrex. If you want to see the view, you have to go rewind back. I went and showed the whole entire view of what everything looked like right now, except for the half an acre that died off before. So if you want to see that, then just rewind the video back and you can see what everything looked like. But we had a bunch of guava and stuff. And now I know y'all hear that motorcycle in the background, right? Y'all know we out here in the country. And there's so many things that you can see out here, and all of the things that happen in the country happen out here, right? You got a lot of kids and stuff that be riding on motorcycles and stuff like that. And some of the things they be doing be so exciting. But honey, I'm not the one to sit around. I don't watch no stuff like that. Even if I went to the circus, if I took my kids to the circus or whatever, I'd be the one sitting at the circus with my I'd be turned around facing the other way. um yeah, Miss Coffee. Look at Miss Coffee, because Miss Coffee do a lot of inside growing. I have not been successful with that. But I'll be the one sitting at the circus, and I'll turn my seat all the way around, and I'll be looking in the opposite direction from where they doing stuff. Especially when they start doing stuff like walking on the tightrope and all of that kind of stuff. Honey, if you make a mistake and fall or whatever, I don't want to see your mistakes, because I don't need to go home with that on my conscience or no nothing. So this boy out here be riding his motorcycle up and down the road. I ain't spending no time watching him ride this motorcycle, because he be doing all that cat walking and all of that there kind of stuff. Honey, ain't nobody got time to be seeing no stuff like that. Not at all. The closest thing I come to watch is like people be when they bring the horses and stuff out, because usually on the days the horses came through the day while I was sitting on here talking to y'all, but I was in the backyard when they came through. Other than that, I would have shown them to y'all. Hey Shalissa, how you doing today, girl? I see you about out in the garden too. um Never plant mint in the ground. It will never stop growing. Always plant it in a container. Yeah, I never planted mint before, but I seen somebody else who had mint planted before. And I think Growing with Hudson had mint growing too. Um I'm glad to see Tashana excited about the garden again. Nisi, I'm excited to be excited about the garden. And let me tell you something else, Nisi, that I found today. See, when I went to visit my sister, and she found that place where she can go and get compost and stuff for free, it made me start looking in my area. I was like, why they don't have that, no place like that in Orlando like that? Big as Orlando is, they should have some place that's giving away. Well, guess what? I asked and I got it. I found a place today where I was able to go and get me free compost and everything. And so I got me several buckets and stuff out there, to get me started with, what I'm doing. But yes, I am excited about being back out in the garden again. Um, but yeah, it's been very, very good. So I just wanted to come live though and show y'all what everything looking like, because in the garden, like, you can blink your eye for 1 minute, and then the next one is like you don't even know, especially with all this rain that it's doing. Like, this stuff can really, really grow fast, and then the next thing you look is like, Shauna, who garden that is you showing to us? Girl, this eye garden over here, it just popped up like that. The rain been raining, and everything going the right way. It's just this what we got. So as we do this thing, I just want to show the excitement of it, and plus on top of it, if our garden is growing, that means that we growing along with our garden, because our garden is a representation of where we are in life and the things that we going through in life. And if we growing out in the garden and we matching it with what we going through in our life, that means we also growing in real life. In real life. So that's how, my garden is a representation of my growth. And so that's what make me keep staying out there. And then the next thing that keep me staying out there is that I know when I go out there and work in the garden, I can go out there with a heavy load on my mind. And when I come from out there, every time that I come from out there, I'm able to, it's like sticking your hand inside the soil is something like electrifying that pulls negativity from out of your body. When you digging in that soil, whether it's with gloves on or without. But I can tell you the experience, because there is something that can get very irritating about working in the garden with gloves on, to where you just get to this point where you just want to rip the gloves off and you feel the need to just put your hands in soil. You know that thing, like when you were so attracted to it when you was a kid, to just dig your hands into the dirt. That part of you still exists. And at a certain point, if you get into the gardening, it'll be just like that. It's something so it's something. It's like a what it's like Janet Jackson say, like a moth to a flame burned by the fire. It's like it's a desire that gets on the inside of you, and you don't ever want to leave it. I don't say that you won't never take breaks and stuff from it, but there will be times that you will take a break away from that garden, and there's something about that garden that keep on calling you back. So just like when you were a kid and you was attracted to the dirt, even when your mama them didn't want you, get out that dirt, don't play in that dirt, you gonna get dirty or whatever, you were still attracted to that dirt. And there's that little kid that's on the inside of you, and not maybe I ain't talking to you, maybe I'm just talking about me. There is something about, maybe I didn't get enough dirt time when I was a kid. So it's something about me that I need that dirt to be able to go out and put my fingers into that dirt. And it's something about feeling when that sun is beaming down on me and I'm getting that vitamin D flowing through me, and that sweat that just comes to your chin right there, and it just drips, just keep dripping. It's something, it's like with every drip of that sweat that comes from you, it's like a stress reliever, and I'm leaving it. I'm leaving it. All that stress, I'm putting it into the soil, and that stress is like energy to my plants. Y'all, I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just talking. Y'all know when I say I'll be on here and I'll be rambling on and stuff like that, that's what I'm doing right now. I'm rambling on. I don't know what I'm talking about, but I'm just telling you, this is how gardening makes me feel. And if I'm being contagious with the garden, I mean it with every beat of my heart. I want to be contagious. I want to encourage somebody. Go out there. Go out there and plant you something. Go look in your cabinet and find a seed or something and go plant you something, and see how proud you are when that thing busts through the ground. See, Gamma be saying, I can't get it. I'm scared of bugs. What y'all watch and see Gamma be over here and she be in this chat. You gonna watch it, you see she gonna, before you know it, Gamma gonna be over there showing her picture of her her picture of her little flowers growing, be like the little kid running down the road. You know when the kids come home with the lima bean plant in their hand, that little plant be flopping. That little plant be flopping everywhere while the kid running down the road with their little plant. They're so excited about that little one lima bean plant they growed in school. Gardening is really like that for real. It's like that for real. And my most prized possession is the ones that literally I love bragging about the stuff that I got from my groceries. My literally groceries. I'm not on here telling anybody to go to no store and buy no seeds and no nothing. Notice half of the stuff that I told y'all about today, I said go to your friend or your neighbor's house and be like, can I have a piece of that? Can I have a seed from either one of your oranges and stuff? Because you notice that when you go to the grocery store and stuff, a lot of your food and stuff starting to miss seeds and everything. And I find something very precious about a seed. I'm scared of stuff that don't grow. That how we getting this stuff that all used to grow with seeds, and now we getting it without any seeds. How is that? How is that? And Nisa, you know, I always encourage, I'm scared of bugs, so you know, good time well, I ain't gonna tell nobody. I'm scared of snakes, all that stuff. When you see me in my videos, you can see me out there scared as I don't know what. I'm looking around trying to figure out. The one thing I'm looking for is a snake, which I was telling y'all about the other day. I'm so busy looking for the snakes and everything. Take my behind out there, and I done watched out for all the snakes and stuff. I go to pick, and I see a bucket that's there. And I'm like, perfect, a bucket right where I need it at. Let me get this bucket. I get this bucket and I'm taking some soil from out of my one of my beds or whatever to save it. And I pick the bucket up and take it over to dump it in another place where I got all of my soil working at. I had it in the little blue swimming pool yesterday because I was amending it, adding other my chicken poop to it and all that. So I was doing that yesterday, and went to pick the bucket up to dump the rest of what was out of there. And if stuff in the bucket and you lift the bucket up, you got to put your hand up underneath the bucket. Well, honey, that's why I messed up. And I was looking so hard for everything else. I ain't gonna know the bugs was gonna come for me like that. See, now I went to put my hand up under the bottom of that basket, bottom of that bucket, and whatever was up under that bucket, I stuck my finger right into it immediately. And y'all know that bucket went flying. I threw that bucket. Honey, when I looked at the bottom of that bucket, I walked up to the bucket, and whatever was up under there, I was so scared I made a mistake and deleted the video. I got another little piece of it, like when my son came outside to get the bug from off the bottom of the bucket. But honey, when I looked up under the bottom of that bucket, what was up under there was a good old nasty behind big slug that was about this big, flat and brown. And I just out of all places he could have been on that bucket was up under there. Baby, I was through in the garden at that moment. Let me tell you something. For the rest of the day, and this the finger. I ain't shoot no bird now, y'all. I'm not shoot no bird. This the finger. That when I'm putting it up underneath the bottom of the bucket, this the finger that goes into the nasty slug. So for the rest of the day, I was walking around with this finger like this right here. I watched it. I don't know how many times. My husband say, "What's wrong? You got a stinking finger." I say, "That's about how it was." I was like, yesterday all day long, I felt like after I stuck my finger into that thing, I don't even know what to call it, a bug or whatever. I feel like after I stuck my hand in there, I feel like I don't know. I felt like my finger was burning or something yesterday. Then my husband gonna come around and talk about something. They say that them things carry some kind of bacteria or something like that. And I was like, now that's all I needed you to come and say. It was already enough that I had done touched it with the dang on thing. Now you got to tell me about some kind of bacteria or something it got. So that finger, that finger was lame all day yesterday. That finger was not working right. So yesterday, me touching that worm was it was through for me in the garden on yesterday. So yeah, I don't play around. When I tell y'all, and that's why I said Cassie was the first one. Cassie, you was the first one asked me, how in the world is you a gardener and you scared of bugs? I said, well, I am. I said I grow food. I said I ain't never said I play around with no bugs and stuff. And let me tell you something. For a long time, I used to run from bugs and stuff. But then there's something that jumped inside my spirit one day that said, girl, you better stop running for that stuff. And so now I be like, bitch, you throw that bug. Let me see my real energy came back from when you talk about bugs, snakes, and worms. I have to just say it how it is. I'll be like, bitch, you throw that bug on me, we gonna be fighting up in this mug. I'm telling you, it's gonna be a fight. You throw it on me. I throw it, it'd be just like that now. So it's like that energy, that gangster energy be coming up when they be talking about somebody throwing a bug. Listen, I done ran so much in my life from bugs and stuff. I don't even run no more. I be dead. Somebody throw it on me. Throw it on me. I ain't running nowhere. I ain't doing nothing. I'm telling you, I'm gonna use the energy that you had me with running. I'm gonna use that energy and I'm gonna put it all over you. Put it all over you. You gonna feel like you done had the worst massage of your life when I finish with your ass. Throw that bug on me. It be just like that. Let me quit cutting up, y'all. I got high energy. Like I got super high energy today. That's how it be though when it come down to them bugs. But I really am scared. No, I ain't scared of you, Miss Ladybug. No, it ain't like that. Hi, Linda. Hi. It ain't. I ain't scared of.
I don't want no ladybug on me either. But I ain't scared. I'm not scared of a ladybug. I actually welcome the ladybug to the garden because she eat the aphids and all of that stuff right there. But yeah, dog. But really, I'm telling y'all, if I can go out and garden, any of y'all can go out and garden. Because I'm telling you, your girl don't play. Your girl don't even play like that. Let me tell you something. Let a mosquito even land on my. Yeah, I'll be like, oh. I be real jumpy about everything. And that's why in some of my videos, my sister come in there, she be like, why every video you start out, you looking like you looking for a snake? And I told her, I said, it's because that's what I'm doing. I'm literally looking for a snake. Now it does since I got this standing water that's sitting in my yard because we just getting so much water here in Florida right now. We ain't getting no break like every day. Like you can hear the rain pouring down like crazy. Now I don't went from looking for the black snakes and the other kind of snakes. I'm looking for water moccasins now. I was like, I don't went from one extreme to the next extreme. So, child, I don't know what I'm doing. What I'm looking for. Hey, Miss Coffee, how you doing, girl? We done been over here trying to send some people over there. We trying to teach some people how to grow. We trying to tell them how contagious gardening is over here. We trying to tell them. I'll just tune to the channel to get my satisfaction. Gamma, watch. I'm telling you now. Watch you gonna say that dang on Sean. I'm telling you, it's a couple of people on here, and I'm cheesing from ear to ear. Let me tell you something. I got my nephew who was not even interested in gardening. I showed y'all on camera. I took my nephew them back there one day into the garden and started talking to them about some things back there, and watch and see. Y'all gonna end up doing the same thing once you get into gardening, and you gonna come into your little testimony and what your garden do for you and how you feel when you go out to your garden, and watch you gonna be end up telling somebody else about the garden. And I mean the reward of going out there. Do you know what it's like to go out there and you get a head of lettuce that you had to go to the grocery store before and get it, and go in that kitchen, and while you rinsing that lettuce off, but you ain't trying to scrub it with no extra stuff because you know what it was grown with. It was just grown with your loving hands, and that dirt that you put out there and that chicken poop that you put out there mixed in it. You know what's in it. And so you ain't too worried about what may be wrong with it or whatever, because only your hands been on it. For you to be able to pick that up and take it into your kitchen and rinse it off and cut it up. And when you pick that fork of it up, you know where it's being and what it's about. And that's what you feed in your family. Hmm. You know that thing when they be saying once you go black, you never go back. Child, please, I'm telling you, once you go in that back, you never come back. Let me tell you something. When you go in that garden, honey, I'm telling you, it's something back there. It's something back there that keep on calling you back over and over again. Tashana, you still in Florida? Wow, now I need to come see your garden. Says, yes, I'm in listen, Florida raised and born. No matter where I go. Been in Florida all of my life. All my life. Yes. It feels good, baby. It feels good all over in yes, I feel good. Let me not tell Stephanie Mills, baby, I feel good all over. You and I have one love street by. I feel it, where did I? Okay, say no more. Your express. Whew. Okay, y'all. I am I literally feel good today. It's I'm really excited, and hopefully today that in this chat that I have encouraged somebody, even if it's to grow a lettuce in your windowsill. I want to encourage somebody. Try it. Try it. I even got somebody that say, you don't need to go and do a whole bunch of anything. If you want to, those tomato seeds, when you cut up your next tomatoes, watch them little seeds that be left on the cutting board or whatever you cut your tomatoes in, they gonna be talking to you from now on. Watch. Them little tomato seeds in the bowl gonna be like, Miss Shauna said, plant me. Plant me, feed me, see my watch these tomato, watch the seeds in your food gonna start talking to you, right? And after a while, you gonna find yourself making your way to your door. And you ain't gotta do no whole bunch. Let me tell you something. Just take your little cutting board and walk to the door. And sometimes you can go out your back door or your front door and like there's like a little bit of dirt or something. It might have a little bit of grass or something going down there, right? And you just go to the door and just flick them down on the ground. You ain't got to do no whole bunch to them. Flick them down on the ground and let the Lord take care of them. One day you going to walk out there and you going to be like, wait a minute, what that is? Is that one of them tomato seeds I throw down there? It is. It's one of them tomato seeds I thought. It grow. See, that's your trip home from the bus stop with your llama bean plant in your hand and bouncing up and down. I'm telling you, gardening is contagious, just like that. Flick your seeds down on the ground. Don't become no gardener. Don't become a gardener. Gimma, thank you so much for that. I really appreciate it. Take your seeds and throw it down on the ground and let the good Lord get you excited about what's gonna come up on that ground, and then that right there in its own, you're gonna have questions. What I need to do to it now? It's growing up. It's growing. What I need to do? Girl, get you a piece of stick. Go find a stick that done broke out there in the yard and dig it down in the ground and brace that plant on up. And before you know it, honey, I am a high class gardener. And then they're gonna be like, what that mean? A high class gardener. How can you be a high class gardener? Well, honey, I just grow food. I just grow food. I don't go out there and be picking no bugs and worms and all that off there. I don't be out there playing with no snakes and stuff, trying to run down no snakes and none of that stuff. I don't do all that. I said I just grow the food. See, you can be scared of bugs and worms and snakes and stuff. Just grow the food. Find somebody else that like the vegetables and stuff. You can invite other folks. Just find you one or two folks that you can be like, that's a potential right there. That if I got any bugs or what, and sometimes everybody ain't able to do it like that. They got sprays and stuff that you can spray on them. You just have to find the lesser evil. And sometimes there's people on here and ways to go and make your own oils and essentials and stuff that can keep all of those things away. I just don't use those things because I don't want to put the pesticides and stuff like that. But there's different ways to do it. And you don't really need to ask anybody because almost everything you need to know is right here on this YouTube or Google or whatever. But over here, we are a community where we don't mind that somebody come through here and you ask a question about what we got going on here, because none of us ain't no professionals over here. We all trying to help each other grow some stuff out in the garden. And that's all we concerned with is the growth of what we doing over here. So I'm here to tell you, we talk about a whole bunch of different things over here. And a lot of it has to do with growing along with our garden, but we talk about a whole bunch of things. No, it sounds like we're a gardening channel, but we're not. We interested in growing. And one way we can grow is by growing out in the yard, but we grow along with what we growing out in the yard. And for that much, I know the people that sat in here and was up under the sound of my voice, you going to be a grower. Watch and see. You going to be a grower. Watch and see what I told you. Write this day down. Shauna told you. You gonna be out here growing. Now I'll finish telling y'all. My nephew came over here. I walked him through my garden and I just said simply, had a couple of, good conversations with him. And the next thing you know, go over there and look at Shalissa, That's Me's page. My nephew is now over there adding to my sister garden, stretching her garden, telling her how to roll with his own garden. I told you, garden is contagious. Come on over here and become one of these high class gardeners over here. And we talk about all kinds of things. If it makes sense in the chat, why I pick it up and we'll definitely have a conversation about it. But listen, y'all, there's one more thing that I want to talk about before I leave off here. One more thing. Let me tell y'all. and I don't even know how to say this, but I gotta say it. There's a content creator, and somebody can write it in the chat if they want to, but I love to be respectful, and if somebody say they just want to be left alone, I leave them alone. It still doesn't mean that I lose any respect for them or whatever. But yesterday a content creator posted a video, and there was a link for, if you was a member in her chat, you were able to go and watch the video. I want to say I appreciate her from the bottom of my heart for posting that video yesterday. That thing blessed me. I don't know how many kinds of ways. But before I even talk about that video, we got a couple of people that sometimes we talk about movies in here. If anybody got Netflix, you got Netflix. Go and watch the new movie. I think it's a new movie. I didn't even check it. And I didn't even read to see what the movie was about. I know she picked some good movies sometimes. And I just went on ahead and I clicked and I started and I went to watch it, right? The movie is called oh Lord, why do I get right to the name of it and then I don't even name the movie? What it Let me open up my computer right quick. Because I'm sitting right here in front of my computer. Because I do not want The Deliverance. That's what it's called. The Deliverance. If you have Netflix, there you go, Nisi. The Deliverance. There was a content creator that posted that. I have much respect for her, but she asked me to, back off or whatever, and I want to be as respectful as that. But I also like to give people their props whenever I get it from them or whatever. But I am so grateful that she posted that movie yesterday. And if I watched it yesterday, well, that's what I ended up doing when I seen it. I was like, I was about to go out in the garden, but I was like, I was like, I just don't really feel like it right now. But just let me just watch this movie. And I asked my husband, did he want to watch the movie with me? And he ended up watching it with me. And I think I kind of like messed it up for him because I also talked to y'all too a while back about I went through some of the stuff that was in this movie. And it was a video back. I don't even remember what the name of the video is or whatever, but I talked about this a while back where I started talking to y'all about my experience with this stuff right here. But y'all go, I don't want to tell y'all about the movie, but I'm telling you, it's kind of like an exorcist kind of thing, but not really on that. But it's a true story. It's events from a true story. But before I talk about it, I want to give y'all a chance to go and watch it. So the name of it is on Netflix, is The Deliverance. And so then I will come back at a time and then we're going to talk about it. A thousand conversations are going to come up about it. But they actually, at the end of the movie, they showed the real family that it happened to, the real house, what happened with the house and all of that kind of stuff. And all the different problems and stuff that came up in that house and everything. So y'all go and check that movie out. Listen, I'm going to tell you now, when it first started out, I was looking like, I ain't gonna be able to watch this movie right here because this is going too slow right here. And it's like, please pay attention to the first part of the movie because when you get towards the middle of it, you're gonna be like, wait a minute. You're gonna need what you saw in the beginning that's gonna explain some of the stuff that was happening if you don't pay attention to what's happening in the beginning. So I'm telling you, it starts out just a little slow, but I promise you, when you start seeing the problems that's happening, yeah. So y'all go and watch that tonight, and then hopefully y'all come back and comment up under this video. Girl, I watched that video, or and share it with somebody, and let's talk about like what we seen in that movie, and then I will share with you all further what happened in this video has some things to do with some things that happened to me before. But all right, you all, we have been on here now for an hour, and it was a fun hour. I actually have plenty of fun and excitement talking to y'all through this live right here. And Gamma, I want to appreciate you Again, thank you very much for is that I think that's called a I think it's a super chat. Thank you very, very much for that. I really appreciate it. You all you all have an amazing day, and remember to keep on growing. And if you're interested in becoming a high class gardener, just all you got to do is click that subscribe button. We also have a I have a membership that I ain't really been membershiping a lot, but maybe some of these conversations that we be having, we might go behind the wall of the membership and we can have these real conversations like that. But you all, we gonna get that cracking after a while. I'm trying to get on my A game. I really, really am. But y'all know, life be really happening. So, and we just have to roll with the way the punches that go. But if you're interested in being a high class gardener, and that just means just growing, point blank period, in life and whatever. And don't be too, because there's times even in growing, I thought I was right in some situations, and some of my people right in my chat will ask me a question that get me to thinking in a different way. Over here, we not no yes man. Everybody don't agree with what I say. I don't agree with what everybody else say. But at the end of the day, we over here to learn from each other and with each other. And those the kind of places that I like to be in. So if you're interested in doing that, all you gotta do is hit the when you hit the subscribe button, you over here helping till up some soil anyways. When you till up the soil, that's getting ready for the new growth, and we about growing over here. So, come on over here with us and be a high class gardener. Hit that the like, the share, the subscribe, all of that good stuff right there. That's all you gotta do over here. Let's do that right there. But okay, y'all. Y'all have an amazing day and grow something. It's contagious. Grow something. Y'all have a good day. I'll talk to y'all later.